Hello, welcome to the Track Habit video series. So some of you may have seen my other videos on my Track Habit specific channel. Basically, I'm pulling over my 280Z build into my new channel for the Gearhead Grind to combine it with my other videos and provide some better content for you guys. So basically, for this, I'm picking up already being in the build a little bit, having done a substantial amount of work, and picking up from there, starting to install the motor and trans. A little backstory on that: had some issues putting in the trans. I was sent the wrong slave cylinder. It was actually too long, so I got the correct slave cylinder on there, and then realized I was actually sent the wrong pilot bearing as well. Pulled out that pilot bearing, which is on the outer race. If you're familiar with the LS motors, put in the new smaller inner pilot bearing, and was able to actually get the engine and trans put together for now. So here in this video, I'm basically picking up. Super excited to finally have it together. That thing was in and out about, a dozen plus times for me trying to figure out what exactly was wrong with it. Everything's together, clutch should be good, slave cylinder, pilot bearing, everything's good. Ready to put it in and get going on the rest of the car. Thanks for following the build and hope you enjoy. Time to finally put the motor in the 280Z. Got the trans all mounted up and everything, and we should basically be good to go. We're going to drop this baby in. Here is the LQ4 hanging with the 05 GTO transmission, the T56 attached to it. Got the shifter on, so we're going to pick it up and drop it in the 280Z. Super excited. Alright, so we got the motor in the 280Z. The one thing is I had to take off the headers on this side. There's that little bracket right down there that was actually preventing them from going in. So I'm going to come in and cut off that bracket and then feed the headers up through this gap here. The headers on the driver's side fit in though. So you can see them in there. And there's just a little bit of clearance with the steering system. That's how they're designed to fit. So I'm going to go ahead, cut that bracket off, get the passenger side headers in, and then start putting together the accessory drive, intake manifold, fuel rails, and all that fun stuff.
A few moments later.
So we got the motor in as before. Was able to get the passenger side header in by cutting off the little tab that was down there. I also put in the spark plugs. I'm running NGK Iridium spark plugs, tailored 10.4 mil Spyro Pro Race wires. Let's see, I think I have the box over here. Yeah, these guys. These spark plugs, TR51X. Yeah, so those are in with the heat shields on them. The headers are all torqued down. Got the intake manifold on, torqued down, the injectors in, the fuel rails just kind of sitting there. They're not actually bolted up. The fuel rails are not meant to be deadheaded apparently, or they just forgot the plug. So I actually need a plug for this side. I just have this one in there for now. And then I still need to make the hose for the back for the crossover. I'm going to have the fuel go in the front here on this side. Mainly to hide the crossover a little bit better. But yeah, so the fuel is going to come, down the frame rail basically, and then up here to there. Alright, what else? Accessory drive belt is on. So next, going to put on the throttle body, might even throw in the radiator, put on the mount for the hood that right there in the center of the screen. Maybe start running a few wires and put on the coil packs.